I'm sure, as everyone has seen at this point, Trump said some shit.
And I even think we're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have, does anybody watch UFC, the great Dana White? We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this, on the grounds of the White House.
Which all of a sudden, everyone wants to be on the card. McGregor's texting Dana White.
We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this, on the grounds of the White House.
Meanwhile,
John Jones says he's back in the testing pool. So I made a card. Oh, but Fatality MMA, that's a whole year from now. We just hit the 4th of July this year. We have an entire year. I have to break down Derek Lewis versus Talshin Teixeira this weekend. I have no content, man. This was needed. Yeah, so I made a card. I tried to make it somewhat realistic, even though we're an entire year down the line and none of these fights are probably going to happen. I did what I could. I tried to make it, somewhat reasonable, not too overpowering. I started out with Malcolm Wellmaker and Javid Basharat. I figured we'd put one of the guys from that region of the world on this card just because, make it interesting. Maybe have the Secret Service members thinking twice a little bit, like, oh, why is Javid Basharat coming to the octagon with a backpack? What's going on?
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Sorry, that joke's gonna get me in trouble. I already know. Yeah, see Javid Basharat get his head spun around again like he did by Ricky Simone.
Clean from the outside.
Let's take a look here. Look at this. Straight right down.
Start the card off on a good foot, Who knows? Maybe Secret Service thinks that he has like something strapped to his phone. Chest. Who knows? Get people amped up, After that, Jake Matthews versus Michael Chiesa. I don't know what Michael Chiesa did. I don't know how he's on such good terms with the UFC right now. His last 3 fights have been Tony Ferguson, Max Griffin, and Court McGee. Knowing the relationship that I can tell that they have based off of this guy's fucking resume as of recent, they're probably going to give him a call and be like, hey, you want to be on this card? Because clearly, they're just feeding him geriatric, borderline, old folks home athletes. 2 veterans of the sport, it could work. I figure there needs to be an American on every single fight. He's an early prelim merchant this late in his career, even though they're probably paying him like hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know who to match him up against. You could put him against like Alessio Zaleski dos Santos or I don't know. I think Jake Matthews has a chance to win this fight though, so I tried to make it at least somewhat interesting. That's the early prelims, just 2 fights. After that, I went to, I don't really know which direction this goes in, to be honest, but I'll go to Dan Ige and Yusuf Zalal. People aren't really too fond of Yusuf Zalal after his last fight. If you didn't watch that, don't waste your time. It was really fucking boring. Yeah, and Dan Ige is an American. I don't fucking know, dude. I have no idea. I have no idea why I put this on the card, other than the fact that Dan Ige is an American and he's another guy that the UFC has in very good. They have a very good relationship with Dan Ige. When that one fight fell through, they called Dan Ige on like an hour notice and he showed up. So they clearly like this guy. They'll probably give him a call to be on this card if it gets made. After that, Colby Covington. Assuming Colby Covington fights Kevin Holland and gets his ass whooped, I figured this time should kind of work out. Assuming that it's the White House and, Colby is, has the biggest fucking boner of all time for Trump, he's going to want to be on the card and he's going to do everything in his power to be on the card. Randy Brown, sit out for a little bit and get sharp, man, because we're going to fucking starch this guy on pay-per-view and it's going to be fucking awesome. Randy Brown's the man. I think he's one of the most underrated fighters on the roster right now, not even just at welterweight. If you take out his loss that he had to that pussy, what's the guy's name? Brian Battle.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Brian Battle's a twat. He's won like 12 in a row or some shit. Or like 12 of his last 13. And the one loss was to JDM. I think he starches Colby Covington in the first or second round. He's coming off a nasty KO of the year candidate. We get to see Colby get smashed on the lawn of the White House. I don't know of too many people that would say no to that. So after that, Khalil Roundtree, Carlos Ulberg. I thought Ulberg lost his last fight. I think he needs to do more in order to get a title shot. Even though there's not much going on at light heavyweight, I do think that he still needs to do more because I thought he got robbed, or I thought he robbed Jan Blachowicz. This is kind of a title eliminator, I guess. Not really, though, because Yuri's gonna fight, Yuri's gonna fight for the belt, and then I don't know what the gonna happen, but this is gonna set up kind of a sort of #1 contender fight. I like the look of it a lot. I think Khalil looked good in his last fight. He looked like he improved a lot. Carlos Ulberg needs to prove something, in my opinion, and he didn't against Jan Blachowicz. So after that, I put Sean Brady against Michael Morales. And the only reason that I did this is because Michael Morales is one of my favorite fighters. I think he's deserving of a top 3 spot. And I just don't want to see Bilal Muhammad fight Sean Brady again. I just don't care. We can't keep recycling matchups. We already got, and on this card, we already got the whole turban and the beard from, that side of the world. We don't need another one with Bilal, man. Sean Brady, Michael Morales makes sense. We already have the possible threat in Javid Basharat. We have, and now we need a dude from like South America. I didn't even realize, other than Amanda Nunes, obviously. But like, we don't have another person from, we need to pick spots from all around the world, and it's kind of going to be like the whole world against the U.S. on the 4th. I think he's from Ecuador. Is it Ecuador or Colombia he's from? I don't know. Michael Morales, Sean Brady, open up the main card. After that, Strickland, I guess, dude, I can't stand this guy, dude. He's Mr. America or whatever the hell, so you literally have to throw him on here. But I assume that the Ritter's going to beat Whitaker, and I assume that Strickland is going to beat Adesanya. So I think that they'll meet up on this date. I don't no, dude, but I hate Strickland. And the worst part about this is he's going to be like, there's the thing, you guys. We're going to be fighting on the lawn of the White House. I'm going to put my life on the line for you. And then the whole fight, he's going to be doing this. Jab, teep, 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 jab. Feint to teep, jab, jab. Straight down the pipe, jab, jab, teep, teep, teep. Fake the teep, jab. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm going to be putting my life on the line. I'm going to put blood, sweat, and tears into that canvas on Saturday night, and he's not gonna do shit, and I hope the Ritter takes his fucking head off. That's about it. That's all I have to say. I don't know why I started hating on Strickland. I just can't stand this guy. But anyways, moving on. Sean O'Malley versus Piotr Jan 2. Why has it not been booked yet? O'Malley, take some time off, learn how to not just throw a 2 to the body or a teep to the body. And the last time these guys fought, it was really entertaining, and I want to see it again. So I'm assuming that Piotr Jan wins. Even if he wins or loses his fight against Marcus McGee that's coming up, I don't care. I want to see this fight again, okay? And we didn't get a Russian on the card, and this is a perfect time to fit it in. So the 2 main fights. I know you're thinking, why the fuck Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler the main event if there's a title fight before it? There's not a non-title fight that we put ahead of the title fight. That's never happened. It's Conor, man. Like, really? Yeah, look at this. So Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison has I'm not kidding, a literal boner for Trump, and I'm not kidding. I saw it poking Trump when she gave him a hug after their fight. It was like poking Trump, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. I just love you. I love you so much." That's what I heard her say. I think something along those lines. She's gonna want to be on the card, and it only makes sense as like a once in a lifetime pay-per-view. Things line up. And then Conor obviously he leaked DMs with Dana, as Conor does. Only voice notes, just like screaming, like, "Put me on that cord, man. I'll slap the bleeding head off him. I'll slap the head off him, Dana. I'm at fuel. I'll slap the head off the fuel." Completely coked out of his mind, probably. Like, saw the news that they were doing a White House card, and he's just like, "Dana, put me on the cord. I'll slap that head off the fuel." Just totally on drugs. Who knows if he even comes back, though? Like, I called it a long time ago when I saw his ankle snap. I was like, oh, he's done. His career's over. He's not coming back ever. And then he went on like a downward spiral of like sexually assaulting people and doing drugs, hooking up with midgets at the club. It was like, what the hell? This guy's really done. But now all of a sudden he wants to come back because he did a line of coke and saw Trump, more than a line of coke. He probably did a few lines of coke. But yeah, if you have anything that you want to add to this or something I missed, or you want to call me an idiot, I don't care. This is my card. This is the way that I put it together, and I'm open for input. But this did take me a while, so if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. Because this did take me, I've been working on this. It's 6:33 p.m. right now. I've been working on this for 4 hours. Just like the layout and everything. Not so much researching fights, but like the layout. Making it look pretty for you, okay? And then I have to edit for probably another like 3-4 hours after this. So if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. But I appreciate you guys. A few videos coming out this week. So thanks so much. See you in the next one.